Jeremiah, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew thee. So Jeremiah, you have already been a reality in the spirit. You have been created. Before you became physical, you have existed in the frame of the spirit. I'm trying to tell you that the reason why some of you have not yet been formed is because there is no traveling grace. Because you have been created, but yet you have not seen that your creation by formation. You know, before you existed, you have already existed. But what makes you to become that which you are in the spirit is travail. So some of you are yet to be formed. You are formless. The reason why you are formless is because you have not yet travailed. And travailing comes by intimacy. You cannot travail when you have not intimate to collect the seed from your husband that will now form a zygote, from zygote to embryo, from embryo to baby that you can now push forth. Some of you want to push forth. There is no formation. You have not yet downloaded it first. There is no seed yet. You are carrying balloon. What do you want to give birth to? Nothing. The reason is because you have not yet downloaded what is created. Do you even know what is created? Elijah, I hear the sound of abundance. It is created in the spirit. But before it becomes a physical formation, I have to carry my head, put it here, and as it is in heaven, let it be on earth. Thy will be done on earth as it is done in heaven. That me that is created, Lord, I want it formed now. The grave is full of men that are regretting today because they were created, they couldn't see their formed part. One of the greatest things that will happen at the last day is when you get to heaven, you see the created you that was never formed. Some of you, your forms are 5, some of you is 6, some of you is 7. You have only seen one part and you are relaxed. Just like John the Baptist was a man sent from heaven. He was not just John. He was Elijah. He was a prophet. He was a way maker. But he only considered himself as the one crying in the wilderness because he did not know the other layers of him. And that was why today the Jew does not believe that Jesus has come. Because the one who was to introduce him, when they came to ask him to find out if he was the one that will introduce the Christ, they asked him, are you Elijah? He said no. Are you a prophet? He said no. Who is Elijah? Is he not a prophet? Who are you now? He said, I'm the one crying. You only know one layer of you. You don't know the other ones. That was why when Jesus came, he needed to prove a point by doing miracles. That is what John the Baptist would have done. Because he did not know the other forms of him. He couldn't perform any miracle. Check your Bible. The only thing he was doing was one form. Baptizing people. So some of us, we just see one form and we are relaxed. Meanwhile, there are other forms. One form leads to the other form and the other form leads to the other form. When a woman wants to give birth, sometimes she gives birth to 1, sometimes twins, sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 8. Some of you just think it's just 1. When I born 1, I'm okay. Who told you that? It's your husband that determines how many children you give birth for him. How come you will conclude you want to detect for your husband how much child you give birth to? No, it's your husband that will tell you I want 5 children, I want 10. If he tell you 20, your own is to deliver.